They say music is a universal language, but every great conversation needs a leader. At Carolina Forest High School, that leader is Mr. Stephen Williams. Today we're going behind the baton to see how he builds the sound of the next generation. I'm Gregg-Ham, and this is the Musicians of Today. Welcome, Mr. Williams. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. So your students see you in rehearsal hall almost every day. But I want to go before you became a director, before you started music was your passion. Let's talk about what was your very first instrument that you ever touched?
Okay. So the very first instrument I touched was the violin, actually, and that was in third grade. My mom actually made all of us, there's five of us kids, she made all of us play the violin, and I'm the fifth child. So yeah, started in third grade and then
Mhm.
went on from there.
Yeah. And did you know music was right then for you?
No, actually, I just thought it was fun and it was competitive, and I always wanted to win the Beanie Babies. My teacher did this Beanie Baby contest. You'd have to play a song, and whoever did it the best got the Beanie Baby, and I always won the Beanie Baby. So,
Ooh.
but no, actually, I knew in seventh grade that I wanted to be a music teacher more so than a
Okay.
performer, actually.
Yeah. I think we all go through that thing at like that middle school age. We're like, do I really want to continue playing this, or do I kind of want to like still be in it but do something else in the field?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So when you were a student, what was one of the hardest thing for you to accomplish as a student, as a music education, like when your music education?
So when I was in college, that's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Oh gosh. Repeat the question one more time.
What was the most struggle for you as a music education major?
Oh. Hmm. Well, you have to take all these courses, right? You have to take
Yeah.
music history. That was the struggle bus because I'm just awful at history. I don't know dates, composers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. So music history was hard. The ensembles were actually very easy, and my
Okay.
lessons were pretty easy too. And as you know, I've told you personally, but for everybody out there that may watch this, I actually majored in vocal performance.
Yeah.
So I'm a singer at heart, baritone. And the violin has always kind of just been my secondary instrument, but it's something that I've worked very hard to get to where I am today with. But yeah, so I'd say music
So what?
history, really.
Oh, what made you choose orchestra over like marching band and stuff?
Well, there was always this preconceived plan that I would teach strings. I mean, that was always in my heart since seventh grade, like I said, all the way through high school. I had amazing teachers that would allow me the opportunity to get in front of the classroom and actually teach as a student, which I do to this day as well. I have my students come up often if they're thinking of music ed, they're going to get in front of our class and they're going to teach.
Yeah.
Um, but so I've always known that deep in my heart. And then the reason why I switched to voice was actually because my mom passed away when I was 20 years old. And she played violin as well, as you know. And I couldn't bring myself to play it for much, longer after that. So I put it down for about 2 years. And I finished my degree in voice. And then I had the opportunity to pull it back out to perform the violin part for the Phantom of the Opera musical in town.
Ooh.
Yeah, and they asked me to come play it because they remembered, I still played, and that I hadn't told anybody that I put it down. I just, kind of disappeared. But then, yeah, I was like, no, I'm not giving up this opportunity. I'm gonna do the Phantom of the Opera. So I did the Phantom of the Opera. I was their first violinist and got to do all the solos, and it kind of resparked my love for the violin again. And then it kind of went from there. So from 21 till now is where I really started my journey over again.
Yeah. So when you are music education, you had to learn all the instruments. Which was the hardest instrument for you to learn?
Oh my God, bass by far. I still cannot do bass. I hate the bass. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say that like that, but it is so hard for me to understand, to wrap my head around the
Yeah.
fingering. Oh, yeah, it's like it's just a whole
Yeah.
different animal than the cello, viola, and violin. I love those three
Yeah.
instruments equally, but dang that bass.
Okay. Why? You could have gone stricter into like performance, professional performance, but you chose to teach. Why was that your decision?
Oh, that's a good question. I thought about this one actually. I was like, is he going to ask me something like this? So I came here. I did. I came here with the mentality that I was going to be honest because this is also my way to branch out to the young musicians of the world, and that's why I'm doing this is for them to know that everybody struggles with fear.
Hmm.
Fear is an awful thing. And every time I walk out on the stage, you probably didn't recognize this, but I was afraid to walk out on that stage and direct y'all for our city. But I always tell myself, face your fears. What's the
Yeah.
worst thing that's going to happen? You're not going to die. It'll be okay. So yeah, it's still a fear of the stage. I still am so afraid of the stage.
Like you looking so excited when you came on stage. Like you have to show that you're not scared. And that's what I like I'm nervous when I go on stage, literally. So what I do is move. That
Yeah,
helps me. That helps me, as you saw,
yeah,
that
yeah.
helps me get out the nerves moving.
Yeah, and that's what I
Yeah.
will say is being in the moment and just allowing the music to take over
Yeah.
will automatically get rid of that fear, and then that it just needs to get started. Once it gets started, I'm fine for
Yeah.
the most part,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So most people just see a conductor that, like just waving a stick or moving their hands. But what actually goes through your mind when you're doing a live performance with 50 plus students?
Well, so and we're talking like, the work has already been put in, correct, as well?
Yes.
Okay. So, like, when I am teaching music to my students, and even y'all got a glimpse of it, but when I work with my students daily, I learn their patterns. I learn where they're making the mistakes, why they're making the mistakes, how to fix those things, and how to incorporate it into my hand gestures to show them in those moments that they will not falter if I give them what they need. Like if I want a longer phrase and these students were using like this much bow, I will maybe stretch out my
Yes.
conducting
I
in
saw
order
that
to.
during momentum.
Exactly. During that one
Yeah.
part of momentum, I went ba da da
Yeah.
da, and then I got back into a more
Yeah.
shorter ictus thing.
Yeah. It's interesting the patterns and what you have to do because you're the big part of the orchestra, and but the musicians get all the credit.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. It's true. But it's
Yeah.
honestly, like I said, that's my goal for teaching is I just want to see my students succeed and do much better, go much further than I ever could and would. That's my goal.
Yeah. That's why I want to go into music education because I want to watch people. I want to help people grow to become better as themselves and just be a better person.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like orchestra, there's also some life skills that comes with being an orchestra. So what are those? What are some things that you try to do to put into life skills while also playing the music?
Oh my
If you know
gosh,
what
you're
I
gonna have
mean.
to. Yeah, I'm trying to figure it out. So, are you talking like, for instance, getting your heart broken and putting that into music?
Well, so like if you have like life skills like kind or teamwork, like
Oh
how
yeah,
do you
yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
how do you try to build stuff like that?
Well, I mean, honestly, like I believe very strongly in a student-led program. Like I am only one person and I can only do so much. So we
Yeah.
have levels in our orchestra where like I'm obviously the director, my word is, golden. And then I have student leaders
Yes.
who will literally like Jair, you've met Jair,
Yeah.
who will run sectionals, scan music for me, basically just whatever I need them to do. And those life skills, like you said, go so far because they're learning how to manage, they're learning how to time manage, they're learning how to prioritize. And also that goes into practicing as well. Because if
Hmm.
you haven't learned, practicing has to be efficient. Otherwise, you're wasting time.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So it
Yeah.
all works together, and I do use orchestra strongly to teach these life skills because they go out. I have a former student, not like he went to college. He left me at sophomore year. He's at Juilliard right now,
Ooh,
and
Juilliard.
Yeah, and his brother's at Rice, his twin brother's at Rice. So they're both cello, viola, and they are two of the boys that my first private students ever that I got to work with. And I taught them from 6th grade to 10th grade. And then they went and studied with way better teachers than me, and then went on to Peabody, and now they're at conservatories. And I mean, that's just a couple of them. There are several more out there doing the same things.
Yeah. So when you're picking music for well, like your winter and spring concerts, what are you thinking about when you're like picking those musics?
I love these questions. So when I pick music, I'm strictly picking on something that the kids are going to enjoy, the students. We won't say kids because y'all are young adults, but that
Yes.
y'all will enjoy, but also that will teach you a very specific thing that I need for the next level of what I'm thinking about. So I'm always 2 concerts ahead. I'm thinking of what's going to
Okay.
get you here, and then what's going to take you here for spring.
Yeah.
Always thinking of that because I never want to. I do like mid-grade music for fall, and then I want to do some hard stuff for spring.
Yeah.
I want some really
You want to
intricate.
bring out the best in everybody.
Exactly,
At the end.
exactly.
And Carolina, I looked this up. Carolina Forest has such a great reputation for performance arts. How do you take a group of individuals, students, and turn them into a cohesive voice?
Ooh. Well, it's well, I started teaching there in 2014. So it took us about 6 years to gain our voice. And that was because I was a new teacher. But what I did was I just I experimented a lot. And then I realized it wasn't about the actual teaching of the music that I had to fix. It was the, like you said, teamwork, the camaraderie
Yeah,
of the orchestra. If you can get your orchestra to really engage as a whole, not just in music, but in all realms, find like somebody's going to like this, and then somebody in this section is also going to like that. And you can team them up
yeah,
together and make them a team, and then that team spreads to another team, and then it just becomes this one big team.
yeah.
And that is exactly what I do. I follow that
And
rule.
that's like a life skill.
Yeah,
That's it. Just all goes back to this one thing. You're going to always have this with you to hold your whole life.
exactly. And friends for life too that you could make.
Yeah, yeah. My podcast is called The Musicians of Today. What does that mean to you? Why did I not say the musicians of tomorrow, but the musicians of today?
I guess to me it means that it's like right now, like in the moment, what they're doing. I'm kind of a new age teacher. I have some old set skills that I pull out of my back pocket every once in a while that I learned from my teachers in the past. But a lot of my stuff is very like today. With today, I will use AI if I have to. I will do this. I will connect with you guys. Like I will literally try my best to understand you, and I think that's what that means. Now you
So,
tell me if
as
that's
you
correct.
said, yeah, you told us that you used to be very strict. So, well, do you think that that was like the right pathway to go, or do you think yourself now is the right pathway to go?
Oh my gosh. So right now is definitely where I think is flourishing as far as teaching. Can I tell you about the story that why I
Go ahead.
changed? Okay.
Go ahead.
So I used to be very strict according to my students, and I've reflected a lot, and I would say that is true. I mean, I've hurt some kids' feelings over time, and I apologize to all of them for that. But it was a set of my senior class last year when they were juniors, or when they were at the end of their sophomore year going into junior year. They had a talk with me, and they said, "Listen, we're about to quit orchestra. We don't like the way you're treating us, this or that." And I said to them, well, and I thought about it. I was like, okay, don't respond angrily. So I asked them, why, what's going on? And they just said, well, if you tried this, we would do this. So we made a deal that if they would do what I asked them to do and try it, then I will be nicer. And we tried that, and it worked almost instantaneously. And then their senior year was an amazing year. The orchestra raised like 10 levels. It was crazy.
Mm.
And then that set off for this year to go so amazingly as well. And I'm just hoping for the generation just to keep going and getting better and this or that.
So do you
Yeah.
have any tips for the teachers out there that are kind of, strict and
Yeah, definitely. I would say try listen to your students because their voice matters as well. I mean, they're the ones playing, not you, you know, right? I
yeah,
mean, that's very direct, but it's so true. Listen to your students. They have a lot they want to tell you, and if you don't listen to them, they're not going to respect you.
yeah. And it's also it should be both ways too.
Yeah,
It shouldn't
definitely.
just be the teacher just listens to the students. The students should also listen to the teacher because they're just trying to help us for the better. But there's also methods that you got to go through to
Exactly,
work.
and that's one of the methods is, I gain your respect and then you gain mine, and then we find that balance and then we work
Yeah.
together. Yeah, I treat my students like
Teamwork.
they're mini adults. I really do.
Yeah. And that's kind of the way that you have to go with high school students, because if you
Mhm.
treat them like little children, that's nothing. You know, you're not preparing them. Oh, you already answered this question. But here's another. Have you ever had a moment during a concert where you were just like where everything was just quiet and it was just so perfect? Can you describe what it felt like if you did have a moment like
Like
that?
so it could be when I played or directed.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess there was one actually recently for Good Friday. I played in this quartet and I opened the moment of the piece. So there was how about two measure phrase with just me,
Mhm.
and then the orchestra came in, and then it went dead silent, and I was supposed to set the nude moment, and we lifted off the strings together all at once, and you could just hear the sounds
Ah.
reverberate around the hall, and I got so lost in the moment that I forgot to come in. But
That flow
luckily,
state, man.
what?
When it that flow state when it's like
Yes,
so.
yes.
Oh my god.
It is, and it just rung, and it was ringing, and I was so like, it was so beautiful. But luckily enough, I was the one coming in next, and everybody knew my part, so they just,
Okay.
we took another beat or two, and then we came in, and it was all fine, great, whatever. But yeah, I think that was that moment, definitely.
Yeah. That's an amazing moment. What
Hmm.
is the hardest part about being a musician in 2026 that people might not realize?
Oh my goodness. Well, the first one that comes to mind is oh God, what's the best way to say this without sounding rude? People don't know how much time, money, that it takes to put together a really solid performance. And a lot of people that want me to perform for their events um, don't realize that I do put a lot of hours in of practice and really finding those sounds to fit their wedding venue, to fit even their dress, the way they're dressed. Like I ask them if they're going to wear a very conservative dress or this or that because I want the sound to match their environment, and they want to pay me like $100. And I'm like, that's more like 400 and they want everything. They want the cocktail hour, this or that,
Yeah,
and
that's
that's not efficient.
it's not cheap to be a
No,
musician. The
not at all.
instruments are just crazy expensive. That's another thing. Just being able to have the instrument to play, you have to be sort of what we say rich.
Mhm, mhm.
It's one of those things that you. Whew.
As we know.
Yes. I wanna flip the script real quick. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
You've
Okay.
seen 100 of students come through the program. Without naming names, tell us a story about a student who maybe struggled at first, but eventually found their voice through the orchestra. What did that what did that look like for you to witness?
Hmm. Okay, so this student struggled in orchestra and then grew into something amazing. Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Okay. So A couple come to mind, but I'm gonna tell you one that you probably don't know. This
Okay.
student started out, and I have the cutest little video of him when he started with me playing, bum, 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 bum. I can't remember what that
That
song
sounds
is,
very
but
familiar.
what is it?
That sounds very familiar.
Yes, you would know it. Can Can, the Can Can.
Yeah, can
Yeah,
can.
so he played that for me, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be rough. I mean, this is gonna be rough." His posture was like this.
Oh no.
It was really difficult to work with at first. So, but he had the drive and the passion and the love. And so, we talked a lot about what he needed to fix. We started with the left hand, then we got into the right hand, which he still struggles with today, but he makes it work. And just every year, he worked on his vibrato. He had his vibrato by the end of ninth grade year. So from the beginning of ninth grade till the end of ninth grade, we worked a lot on posture. Then his sophomore year, we worked on vibrato and phrasing and musicality, and then that got better. And all this is happening before my eyes, but I'm not realizing it yet. It didn't hit me till last year, which was his junior year, and he started like performing solos and trying out for solos at our concerts and stuff. And he just became such a beautiful player. And this year, he actually promoted himself around Myrtle Beach and has been performing for restaurants, weddings, church venues,
Wow.
and making some, just as much money as I do. So that's the journey he went through.
Prodigy.
Uh,
Prodigy. And that just really means that you are a great teacher. That's what that means. That means
I
that your
tried.
teaching really helped people, you know?
Yeah, as I said, that's my
And
goal.
yeah. And so it's a lot of different stuff teaching around the whole world, right? So especially teaching in South Carolina, what's the best part about teaching in South Carolina for you?
Well, I think it's different everywhere in South Carolina because I talk with a lot of my friends and they tell me these awful stories that they have to go through, such as how they have to deal with their budgets in order to get instruments fixed or
Yeah.
order instruments. How many students they actually have in their program can be a little concerning sometimes. And then you have several teachers with amazing programs, but they possibly deal with issues with their admin, like they're not agreeing on things,
Yeah.
and they don't have a good relationship there. But with me at my school, my principal's amazing. She lets me do what I need to do in order to be effective, and we get our budget is based off of how many students we have in our program. So the need is to each student, and it's your job, my job, to try and balance that money out per student to make sure students have what they have and can have. So I have
Yeah,
probably
it's
about
very
45 instruments in my program that are checked out, and that's almost half
ooh.
of the students in the program.
So you
So
have a pretty big orchestra, would you say?
yeah, like 116.
Ooh, okay, yeah, that's some very good sounds. Yeah, I watched the Wicked concert the day after it came out on
Uh-huh.
YouTube, and it
Okay.
was amazing. So
Thank
I
you,
was a
babe.
big fan before I knew you.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know you saw that. I actually did. I
Yeah.
think I've seen you once or twice before, but like I was like, oh, this is cool, but I didn't hit the follow button. And then meeting you, and then I got calls from everybody, like teachers from Greenville saying, you know Amare? And I was like, I just met Amare. Yeah, you're getting pretty famous out there.
Yeah, people in Greenville said that they saw me with you, and I'm like, what? And then the symphony orchestra down in the School of Arts in Charleston.
Yeah,
I love them. They are
yes,
amazing down
they are.
there.
That's my
I want to go.
inspiration is to be as good as Dr. Selby.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go watch Dr. Selby.
He's amazing. That man is so amazing. I can't. And his
Okay,
wife too, she teaches middle school and
she
she's
does.
amazing. Yep. Margaret Selby is his
Hmm.
wife and she teaches also in Charleston at a Lang Middle School and she is amazing as well.
Yeah, these. It's in South Carolina. There's so much great stuff with music, but it's not. It's really not seen out in the big world.
And
I
that's why
wish
you're
more
here.
people will see us. Yeah, I wish more people will see us down here.
Well, I think you're going to change that.
You think I'm going to change that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
let's see. Let's see what the future holds. So this is the finale. I don't want to end, but this is. I told you this was going to be your favorite round.
Oh,
It's
God.
called the High Speed Treble Clef round. It's a funny, fast-paced round. The baton is down. I'm setting a metronome to 200 BPM. This is the High Speed Treble Clef round. Rapid fire answers only. No overthinking. Ready, set,
Yeah.
go. Is it a hot dog or just a flute without holes?
It's a hot dog.
You're overthinking.
Next question, please.
If you had to join the marching band for one day, which instrument would you choose so nobody can recognize you?
Oh my God, color guard. Does that count?
Yeah, I guess so. Hey, you're on stage. The bow is in your hand. You look down and you're wearing pajamas. What's the first song you play to distract the audience?
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Okay, which section is secretly the loudest when they're not supposed to be?
Oh God, the cellos always.
Cellos. Oh, I thought you was gonna say bass.
No, I never really hear the basses. And
that's so
the basses I normally play with are pretty amazing. They usually stay in their lane.
Oh my God. Okay, can you name 3 Taylor Swift songs? 1, 2, 3, go. 5 seconds.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Time is up.
No. You name 3. What are they? Uh-huh.
Ooh, can you name 5 Mozart pieces in 5 seconds? 1, 2, 3.
Eine kleine Nachtmusik. The violin concerto 3, 4, and 5. Was there one more? Oh my God, Don Giovanni, I think.
Okay, if your students ran out of rosin, what's the worst thing we can try to use on our bow? Honey, glue, honey or glue?
Glue.
Glue is the worst thing.
I think so. I don't know.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. Especially.
What's the best snack to hide inside the podium during a long rehearsal?
Say that one more time.
What's the best snack to hide inside the podium during a long rehearsal?
I like to hide. Oh my gosh, what are they? Peanut M&Ms.
Did you hide those at Wimmerats also?
You gotta be careful what kind of bag you have. You have to have one of the open Ziploc bags. You can't have like an actual wrapper one because when you do that, it makes a lot of noise. But if you can just like keep it open and just reach in there and grab one, here and there, it works. I've done that before.
One word to describe the sound of a music schooler first day on the violin.
Oh my God, dying cat.
Would you rather have to conduct every class in a full tuxedo or have to play the triangle for every concert for the rest of your life?
Okay. I'd rather do the class in the tuxedo. If I had to play the triangle, I would do some. I would kill myself. Yeah.
What about if you had to play the bass the whole time?
No bass. I'll do the triangle over the bass.
If you can find, so wait, let me ask you this. So bass is like the worst section to you.
If I had to play it, yes, but I've heard some really inspirational based play, and I respect them highly. I just know because I can play that instrument. For me, how difficult it is, how much thought it goes into it, and that's because I think because it's tuned in fourths, not fifths. So like the
Yeah,
violin, viola, cello are tuned in fifths, and the bass is tuned in fourths. I think that messes with my brain, especially in the upper positions, knowing
and all
what's
that
to.
shifting, all
Yes,
that
and all the
shifting.
shifting, nobody likes that. I barely like doing it
But
on my
violin
own.
is still the best instrument. We all know that violin is like
Yes,
still better.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
why I
yeah.
play it, yeah.
Yeah, but like so that viola was made first, but they went
What?
wrong with yeah, they went wrong with the viola, so they had to make a better instrument, the
I did
violin.
not know that. Was
Mhm.
it are you talking about the viola da gamba?
I forgot what it was, but it
I'm
was
gonna have
made
to
first, and then they made
I'm
the
gonna
violin. Mm-mm.
I'm gonna research that.
If you can fire one note from a musical scale forever, which one is getting the boot?
Are we being very specific? G sharp. I do not like G sharp.
I love G sharps.
I see, okay, so the pitch is G, like G and
Mhm.
even G sharp, I cannot hear, like, well at all. Like, there's something weird about that note and the way it rings in my ear, I just cannot hear it, and I can match it to a piano, but usually when I initially put it down, I am wrong, and that's, like, what I'm saying, when I practice, I have to be very, explicit when I'm practicing those rhythms and notes in particular, and really listen in those moments to know if I'm right, and check with a piano every single time.
Yeah.
It's
What's your favorite
annoying.
position on the violin?
Lately it's been fourth position.
Fourth.
Um, yeah, fourth. Yeah, but well, because I have a student right now working on Vivaldi's Spring,
Ooh,
and so they're doing that thunder part, but and it starts in fourth. So I
yeah,
just really like the way that that's flowing right now, especially with
yeah.
me and him as well. But yeah.
I like shifting all over the place. If you didn't notice, I
Oh,
like
I
I,
noticed. Oh, I know.
I like staying down and shift out, and yeah, I'm like a bass over
Mhm.
there. Okay, Mr. Williams. When people think of the Carolina Forest High School music program, what is one word that you hope that will come to their mind?
Inspirational would be my thing because that's what I want to always try and do, and what I do with our community teachers. I'm always trying to offer my help to
Mm-hmm.
anybody and everybody that I cannot give it to. And I try to inspire my students to be the best that they can be, to inspire other students to work just as hard, or if not harder, definitely harder, because my students don't work that hard. They work,
Yeah,
they could do better.
and when a student leaves your program after 4 years or whatever years, what do you hope that they will take with them besides music?
Well, you started it off at the beginning of this meeting. The life skills that they learned. I just want them all to be extremely successful in whatever they end up doing or want to do, and that music can not only be the what we learn life lessons in those, but also an scapegoat if life gets too intense, because life sucks sometimes, and it
Yeah,
does get
life
intense. And
happens.
what?
Life happens.
Life happens, yes. So I just hope that they can either use music to, you know, be successful, or to escape from life for a minute to heal,
Okay.
because music is healing.
Yeah, music is a gift, like a great gift to the world. I think it's like one of the
Mhm.
best gifts that the world got. Well, other than life, but
Yeah. Well, we got to be
it's
alive to play.
yeah, you gotta have life, but it's one of those things that can either go wrong or can either go perfectly.
Yeah.
And when it's perfect, it just takes you out. Literally, it just takes you out.
Yeah.
Okay, give us the plug for the next upcoming orchestra event.
Okay, so we have our spring concert, but that's not the one I'm mostly excited about. I'll tell you about the two. So our spring concert, which is April 23rd, obviously at Carolina Forest High School, 6 p.m. If anybody
Ooh.
wants to come. It is we are doing songs from movies. So basically this is it could have been a song in a movie, kind of in the background or even at the forefront, or made famous by the movie, or literally in the title of the movie, like we're doing Hairspray. So some musicals, Les Miserables.
Jurassic Park.
No, we were gonna do that, but I'm deciding to hold that off for next year
Okay.
because we're doing Disney main movies. So not
Next
that
year.
that's a Disney movie, yeah. But my lower level orchestra will do like the main movie themes because they're bigger. So they'll do like
Yeah.
Jurassic Park and this or that, Star Wars, this or that. But my chamber orchestra is doing Disney. So which
Oh, so
takes
you
what?
sorry. Do your
No, go
chamber
ahead.
music does your chamber orchestra also plays with the symphony orchestra, or is it just
They have been up until next year. Next year, I'm splitting my orchestras because we don't fit on our stage barely now. So I
okay?
have to split them in kind of half.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
hate crumbled up stages.
Yeah, it gets a little cramped. And I used to
Man,
have
you
a
don't
very
have no
small
space to
section.
move.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have
There's
no
no
space.
space to do this. You literally
Yeah, yeah. That's why I had to keep adjusting on stage, trying to
Mhm.
figure out what's the best.
Was it your orchestra that I said were they too cramped and then they need to spread out? I couldn't remember. I told somebody to like move back or move forward.
Oh
Can't
yeah, it
remember.
was ours. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't remember everything, but I just know you told us that, and then I'll remember having fun during the
Yeah.
concert, and then me playing an extra note at the end of Mysterious Gifts.
Oh yes. Was that you?
Yes, that was me.
Oh my God. I didn't realize who that was. I was trying to figure it out. I thought it was that never mind, I'm not gonna say anybody.
That's why I was looking at you. That's why I was like,
Oh no,
man.
I looked right past you because you've been doing such a good job as a leader for the section. I thought it was coming from behind you. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it wasn't me first, and I was like, wait, was that me? But then I looked back at the recording, and it was me because I did like a up bow again, and then it hit the E, and then
That's okay. That's okay.
yeah, just one mistake.
That's right.
I
Just
didn't mess
one.
up anything else. Mr. Williams, thank you for being a mentor to me and to others. This is the musicians of today, and we really want to thank you so much for coming on. It means the world to me that you came on and that you came to share and be truthful and answer all my crazy questions, so everybody can have the idea of what it's like being a music education. And before we leave, what does a day look like as a music education or like a high school teacher?
Like getting ready for a school day or just my normal day
Yeah,
to day? Okay, getting ready for a school
just
day. So I wake up about 4:30 in the morning. I feed my animals. I get dressed, get ready. And when I am probably like getting ready to take a shower type deal, that's when I start reflecting on what I need to do today. So it could be the ensemble as a whole. We need to fix this musically or fix that, or it could be individual students. Sometimes I use the whole classroom environment to direct a certain thing at a student without telling that student that I'm directing it at them because I don't want to embarrass the student. That's one thing I've learned in these past
yeah.
couple of years is not to directly call out a student, but you can let that student know directly without directly calling them out what they need to work on.
You called
Like
out
for
me.
instance, I know. Well, we only had 6 hours. We only had six
Well,
hours.
yeah.
But like some days may look like this where I'm talking to the section and we'll say you're in that section, you're in the middle of the section, and we're talking about how to use a fast bow. So I'm talking to the section as a whole, but I'm looking directly at you. Does that make sense?
No.
And that's how I
Yeah.
let them know
You're
that
like,
I'm talking to
this
them.
is meant for you. Yeah.
Exactly. But I
This is
never
meant
say
for you.
you, and I
But
never call
also
them
like talking.
you. Exactly. But
Oh.
I'm looking directly at that person and inspiring them through that public speech, so to speak.
Yeah, in that look.
That look like
Like
you better get it
you
together.
fix. Yeah, you gotta the bow, the bow, that
Too
look.
much bow.
Well, thank you. Yeah, too much bow.
I know, right? I'm all right. That is so you. That's exactly what you look like.
Do I?
So when you need to, yeah, when you need to, not all the time, of course.
Yeah, I think during concerts, people told me I did too much. Well, one person told me I did too much, but I think it's just me feeling the music. Like
Of
I
course.
cannot play without music. Oh, I mean, without.
Listen, if you watch me in a performance setting with a full symphony, I am the only one moving pretty much. And it's so sad
Yeah,
because I'm like you. I feel the music very internally and it's going to come out. And and of course, like we're always like working to refine the way we do our stage presence because it may
yeah,
not be working with the music or whatever. But that comes with time, you know?
yeah. You just learn. You learn as you go.
Hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to get better at because I love to move and show. Like people said that really helped their performance. Like people that was in the audience, the lady that came up to me, she said that really helped me, felt it more because I was
Yeah,
moving. So I said, hey,
exactly.
that's a great thing.
It is.
But
It
then
is.
there's also when you look back at it, it's kind of like too much movement.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I would love
And then
to have a lesson with you if you have the time.
I can pull up to
Success.
the. I saw the after is better than like before 5 days. Well, it was a pleasure talking to you again. Seeing you, actually talking, well, almost talking face to face.
Yeah.
But it was fun talking again.
Well, you have
You have
definitely
an amazing.
inspired me more.
Oh, thank you. I try to do my best to help people uh, feel something or just have fun emotionally. You know?
Yes, I know.
Yeah. Well, you have a great day. I think I'll be a great teacher too. I just feel teacher energy.
Oh yeah, you got it. You definitely got it.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching again. This is Mr. Stephen Williams at Carolina Forest High School. Their concert is April the 23rd at Carolina Forest at 6 o'clock. Go pull up, guys. Y'all have a fun day. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Gregg-Ham.